Hey friends and neighbors, old Doc here. Give you a little update on the old D. As you can see, maybe without all the light, too much glare. I took the covers back off the mag to do a little bit of cleanup on it. And here's the coil. And this condenser sits up on top like that. I had Matthew go and pick me up some new spark makers. He had to get one in Norfolk at Napa, and he got the other one at John Deere. They're Champion number 25s with a 1/2-inch pipe plug on the bottom there. But and also, let me cut this light off for a minute. Hopefully you can hear me over the fan noise. My cousin has his dad's 1931 D. And we discovered that he had a spare mag for it on the shelf. It's a Wyco C. I don't remember what the number is exactly, but it's a Wyco C. And he wasn't sure it worked, but he said I was welcome to try it. So he dropped it off. Thank you, Jay, cousin Jay. And it didn't work. So I took it apart, and it had more corrosion and rust in it than this old Splitdorf 264 here. So we cleaned it up and eventually got a tiny bit of spark out of it with the spark tester. Now, it doesn't take much spark to light up these spark testers, so they're not really a good judge. That just tells you if you're getting anything, really. The only real good judge is putting a spark plug on it. But that Wyco C, we got it to where it would just barely light up the spark tester. And this Splitdorf, it lit that spark tester up better than that Wyco. So anyway, we got it cleaned up. It needs to be rebuilt, and we sent it back home with cousin Jay. So anyway, I thought I'd take and clean this up a little bit more, or see exactly how bad it was on the inside. And it's not too bad. This coil is kind of iffy. I don't know how good it is, but in this let me see, I got it upside down for you. And this is the condenser. I don't know if you can see the number on there, but this is like an original style condenser. I cleaned it up, and one side of it goes under this screw, and the other side, let me get a pointer here, if I can get something to focus. It may not. The other side screws in here. Damn it. Come on, focus here. Anyway, the other screw goes through here and through the condenser and into there. And there was a bunch of green corrosion here, and I cleaned that out. Hopefully that was a big issue. That corrosion that was in, I mean, it was green and it looked like almost like battery acid right there. So in putting this back together, that little tiny screw, it is either a 440 or a 632, something like that, and maybe maybe 3/32 of an inch long. It was short, and naturally, with my busted up, twisted, couldn't feel lightning bolts through them fingers, what are the odds that I didn't drop that damn thing? Yes, I dropped it. Dropped that little tiny damn screw, and I heard it hit the plywood down here, and I dug through that dirt with the magnet and the rocks and the mouse nest I pulled out of the block, and yeah, there was no finding that screw. So, little trip to town, and I picked up a bag of brass screws of various lengths in 2 different sizes. I got the, what it is, 6/32 or whatever, and 440s. So anyway, I'm going to put this back together. I might do a little bit more scraping, but I kind of want to bring you back a little up to speed on here. And I'm going to put this back together, clean it out. Just, oh, here's the horseshoe magnets that go inside this mag, and they do have some, there's some zip yet. They do have some pretty good magnetism yet, so I don't, I'm starting to believe that's not the issue. I'm thinking more the coil, or maybe the condenser, or it's got a short. Now, those of you that don't know, these horseshoe magnets, before you pull them out, you want to put a bar of metal across. If you don't, these magnets, these horseshoe magnets, will lose their magnetism. So you want to keep a bar on there until you get them back in place, and then you can pull your bar off. I didn't know that until here recently, but it was a good bit of information. You know, you don't want to make something worse than what it could possibly already be. So yeah, there you go. Always put a bar of metal across before you pull them out, so they don't lose the magnetism. So anyway, I'm going to do a little bit more cleaning on here, and I did yeah, I wasn't born yesterday. I did buy more than one screw, you know. I figured, hell, whoop, I'm going dark here. I dropped the one, so I'm liable to drop another. So I bought 2 of 2 of 3 different sizes, and we're going to put her back together and see if that helps our spark situation. Okay, I'll bring you back. Okay, now we got the magnets back in place. We got the condenser back in there with the screw, and now I told you that I looked for the original screw down here with the magnet. The reason I used the magnet is the original screw was not brass like the replacement ones I bought. The replacement ones are brass, so you know, a magnet wouldn't do you any good in the search. And I did drop this one. It just didn't go all the way down. It landed back down in there and was easy to retrieve. And if I couldn't find it, like I said, I bought a little assortment at 20 and 22 cents each at the local Ace Hardware. And no, I'm not getting paid by them or anyone else. So anyway, we got the condenser back in, the magnets in. This is an insulator plate, and that is a must. It has to be in place or you're going to be shorting out. I'm getting too close here. You're going to be shorting out, losing your magnetism and all that without this in place from your coil. So we're that far in. Now we have the side covers to put back on, and the top plate to put back on. And we'll bring you back then. Okay, friends and neighbors, we're back. Got it all back together. Got the covers back on it and what have you. And I took the ohm meter and checked the old plug wires versus this short new one, and it's all it's for tractors. It's solid copper core also. Well, not solid copper core, it's stranded copper. And the old wires that are longer, they actually ohmed out with less resistance than this new wire. So and it did light up the spark tester again. And I put it on a spark plug and laid the spark plug up top here to ground it out. And I don't have enough spark to light off the plug. And so if you don't know, with ambient air and all that, it takes less to fire a spark plug. You may have a spark plug out here that'll fire a fairly decent blue spark. You screw it into the block and put it under pressure, and it may not spark at all. So odds are, if you're not getting a good healthy spark out here where it's grounded good and your plug wires are good, you're not gonna get fire down there inside the cylinder under pressure. So anyway, I got a hold of a guy down in Kansas, well, a guy and his wife, and they have a bunch of these old D's that they're parting out. And that guy, he has some Wyco C's, and so he's going to send me up one that he said it's hot. We'll see. If it's not, I'll throw some money into it. You know, Wyco C, at least you can get parts for that, but it has to be a base mount. It has to be a base mount. That's why I can't put like a regular Wyco XH 1040 on here. If I did, I'd have to make a mount, and I'm not sure the timing would be right. I've asked a lot of people and they don't know if the timing would be correct for a D or not. And I do have a couple of side mount Wycos for spares around here. I know they don't work or didn't work. I can't find them. So anyway, instead of going that route, I found a guy with a Wyco C, and you know, something that you can still get parts for and rebuild, and it's a base mount. So I'll replace this Splitdorf 264 with that Wyco C, and then we should be in action. He's going to figure out shipping and all that for me and get back with me, and we'll get her sent up here. I don't know how long it'll be. I'm sure it'll probably be at least a week, but we never know. So anyway, that's where we're at. And I did pick up a new subscriber in Sweden. I can't, I'm not even going to try right now because I don't want to screw it up. I've screwed up Prairie Sunset Ranch and others, so I kind of learned my lesson. I'm not going to get all tongue-tied with something I don't have in front of me. But we did pick up a new subscriber. We're almost at 100, and I really appreciate that. And I'm trying to keep up with everybody's videos, and I'm falling behind, I'll admit that. So anyway, I'm going to cut this off. I'm getting too long already. So happy trails, everybody. Hit the like button, subscribe. If nothing else, leave a comment. All right? Happy trails.